Hello everyone, my name's Kirsten. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry it's been a while, but I've been busy work-wise. But anyway, we're back today for another of the colour cube, and the box is box 2 again. I really struggled to find the colours, and I've actually decided, one of the things I didn't realise is box 2 has 6 colours, while box 1 only has 5 colours. I should tell you what card number it is. It's card number 433. What I've decided to do, because I struggle to find them and because there's 6 colours, and I find I'm an even number phobic, I've decided I'm only going to use 5 of the colours. So the 5 colours I'm going to use are Seafoam, Green, Marigold, Scarlet and French Rose. And I'm going to use them all. As you can see, I've got my jelly plate out, with my small jelly plate anyway. I'm going to use them all as acrylic paint, because I discovered actually I had acrylic paints in these colours after digging around a bit, I must say. So for the Seafoam, I'm actually going to use this Indian turquoise, which follows along one of the shades of it. For the green, I'm going to use this Sage, which follows along one of the greens again. Interestingly, the Seafoam paint, the one that's called Seafoam, is neither Seafoam nor green. Marigold, if you go along to the dark end of the Marigold, you've actually got Ros Sienna, so I'm going to use some Ros Sienna. I'm not going to use the Flame at all. Scarlet, I've got red scarlet paint here. And then French Rose, I'm going to use this Fantasy Moon, which is in Rosewood, and this has a kind of shimmer to it. I make pottery fishes with that, but I'm going to use it as the final pickup for this. So let's get started. I'm going to start, I think, with the Ros Sienna. Now this is a new tube of Ros Sienna, so it might, oh no, yeah, there is a bit of wet. This is the problem with these paints. If they've been sitting a wee bit before you buy them, right, so we're going to start with this Ros Sienna, which has got a bit of oil on the top of the medium, which it's mixed in with, which happens sometime, and there's not a lot you can do about that. So let's just work that into the plate a bit. And then I'm going to do a multiple pull. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do, well, you'll see. The first thing I'm going to do is this is a stencil I've decided to use, and it's a mask, not a stencil. I'm sorry, I don't know the name or anything of it. And let's just take up that Ros Sienna, which we're starting with. I'm just taking it up on this bit of music paper. There we go, that's quite nice. We've got a bit down the bottom here. I haven't got these bottom bits off very well, have I? So let's just get them off. Concentrate down in the bottom corners, as Kirsten is obviously what I'm going to have to do moving forward. They don't want to come off in the bottom corners. They seem to have dried very quickly on the bottom corners. That happens sometimes. Never mind. So there's a bit of collage fodder. Now, the next one, I'm going to go kind of onto the blue next, which was, in this instance, it's a Deco Arts Americana Indian Turquoise, and this is for the Seafoam. So let's just put a couple of blob bits of that around. There we go. And now when you're going over a stencil like this, it can sometimes be a bit tricky because you want to get it in all the bits, but getting it in all the bits, you don't want to press too hard at the same time, because then you just start lifting it right back up again. I think I'm going to need a little bit more. It's always the thing with jelly, when you're on the jelly plate, I find, is getting the right balance of paint. Dearie me, couldn't even remember the word paint then. It's because I'm concentrating. That'll do. And so let's lift this one off. Just a bit of paper. Well, that's right. I'll just use this. A wee bit of this was it was something I got from a charity shop that still had some pages in it. They'd torn out pages that people had used. It still had some pages in it. I thought, well, I'll take that. That's quite good. Still got some more pickup to do, so let's use this because we can pick this up. And this is a filter from a coffee machine. I have a whole collection of bits and pieces I use for that get picked up from all kinds of places. Oh, that's looking quite nice actually, because I like it on that brown. That turquoise on the brown. I like turquoise and brown together. They're a nice colour combination, I think. This is oh, I've already cut this page, obviously, and that's why it doesn't have the stamped bit where they join it. They kind of seem to glue it together a bit. Let's just pick up this and pick up this and pick up this little bit here and pick up this little bit here. It's interesting. Normally when I do this, you end up picking the bits of the brown up as well, and that's not happening here, which is interesting. I like the way that's gone kind of lined in the centre. So the next colour we want on is the green, which in this case I'm going with the sage because it was the one that seemed to best match the colours on the cards, which I don't have yet still, but never mind. Here we go. And what I'm actually doing here is I'm going to end up with a bit that will kind of reflect all the colours of this card, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but we'll decide that when we get to that stage. Right, let's use a bit of music paper again. Really work it in this time, Kirsten. Yeah, see, we've got a bit of the blue this time. Right, now we're on to the scarlet. Oh, I've got a bit of, get that off before it ends up on my jelly plate, because I decided that I was going to pick up with the kind of shimmery one. some of that off, so to have a lot of that. Right, let's use a bit of this time. This is just a bit of like newsprint paper that somebody used as a bit of packing. Used an awful lot of that red, didn't I? Oop, stay down there. Oh no, it moved. Oh dear. Right, okay, I'm going to take that right off and I'm going to let it dry. This is all stuck. This is what happens sometimes when you have this thin paper. I'm going to go and wash this, let this dry, so that'll be a good 10 minutes, maybe longer, and I'll be back once this is dried. Here we go, we're back, and I'm going to use this. Now I need to give this a stir, and this is a special, it's called Moon Fantasy from Peblo. And it's got this kind of shimmer to it, as if it's in the moonlight. I don't know why I'm whispering when I say moonlight. Ooh, that's way too much. Let's get some of that off. That's what happens when you're pouring. Okay, let's get the rest of it off with the... Oh, this feels quite sticky, so I hope that doesn't lift that before it needs lifted. There we go. Just unroll that off. That's better. That's better. Roll that off. There we go. Oh, I might be lifting that by mistake now. And I thought what I'd use a bit of card that was like the marigold to lift this. So oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's not lifting it. I wonder if that's the nature of that paint, maybe. It's not lifting it at all. So we've got the moon stuff, but we don't have the rest of it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of the Ros Sienna down, and let's lift it with this instead. I never thought that actually, because it's a specialist paint, it would act differently, which is my fault. I should have thought about that. Oh yeah, slightly on there. So I don't have another sheet of that paper, so we're just going to go back to white. I'm just going to flip this over. Ooh. It should look really good when it does. I think I might leave that for a while just to really stick. Here we go. Not quite. Really not plain at all. The corner just doesn't want to lift. Right, we'll just leave it a wee bit longer. If it's not going to lift this time, then yeah, it's lifting there, but it's not lifted in that corner. Well, never mind. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Isn't that rather wonderful? And I can see all my colours there. So I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to tidy up, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with this. So everything's now dried, and I thought I'd show you what we've got here. We've got, oh, everything's dried on that actually. This is the roll-off paper, and I actually really like this, even though it's got this really dark red on the top. I really like that. So that's the roll-off paper. Oh, that's a bit of coffee dye paper, which I don't know what it's doing in there. This is this one I tried to take off here, and it's actually remained very sticky. So there's obviously something in that paint, and that's never happened before. So maybe it's mixing it with the acrylic paints, I don't know, but I don't know if this is ever going to dry. So I'm going to put that over there. I've got this bit, which is really pretty. It's a lovely colour, that turquoisey. And this is another roll-off sheet that I like as well. This is my coffee filter bag, which is cool. And that was the bit I got at the end when I was trying to get it off the plate, and that was the original bit on here. And I suppose on the same size here. I like this one as well. And this was the bit that I did with the paper, and this was the final one with all the colours in it. It's thought what I might do is I might use the blue, which isn't as obvious on this, and make this an envelope with this as the inside, so we've got that bit in the inside as well. Editing Kirsten here. For some reason I don't really quite understand, I didn't say anything while I was showing the envelope. So this is the envelope. It's number 443 that I've put on that little tag on this wooden feather button that colours kind of match, as does the string attachment. And there we go. And I've just, for the time being, just put in another bit of the jelly plate from the music paper that was printed at the time. And this is my item for number 433 in the colour cubing. And I will that'll end up going in one of my pages, and I'll change what's inside. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.